Yes, y'all. You know what it is them kids and wives and 925s, but we are still married to the games, episode 185. Oh, yeah, brother. It's your boy Gabe Patillo with Tim Router, Ed Placencia, and Chris McCracken, of course. And as always, we are talking games and life and games. Thank you guys so much for being here. I am just barely hanging on.
What did you do?
What's going on?
My alarm went off this morning. I was like, what? 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 What?
That's awesome.
What are you going to do, a podcast? I felt like, those sleeps where you feel like you blink and you're like, well, there's no way.
Oh, yeah.
It's 4.5 hours later.
Yep.
And it was. I was wrong about that. There was a way.
Lauren always says I wake up stupid too. I'm like, huh, what? But like I wake up immediately. Like the alarm went off this morning. I like popped it, got up, got my sweatshirt on and was out. I was like ready to go.
Wow.
Right. That's how I was. I just did. It was my body.
Yeah, catching up.
It was my brain catching up to like the muscle memory of going to this room and sitting in front of this mic. Like I was like, and I'm in the walking and I'm taking some stairs. Those are carpet stairs.
It just feels like you're floating. You're like, are my legs really working? Yeah, they seem to be.
No, it was like a steampunk machine.
Yep.
That doesn't like
I hear that.
has like
Totally.
7 too many gears. You're like, why does that thing have so many gears that move so awkwardly? It's like,
Why does it look like it was built by Kramer?
Exactly. With a blindfold on.
I breathe real heavy like Darth Vader, and like when I first get up, I'm like,
Exactly. Oh man, Router.
Yes, sir.
What you been doing, Doc?
Man, we are back from Disney World, aka the crazy place.
Never
was-
doing that again, huh?
Oh yeah, sure. Never doing that again.
not during spring break, at least.
We got to the airport on Thursday. Huge storm rolls in, delays everybody for 5 hours. Like, I mean, it was insane, this storm. And of course, we had to fly through it. So that was a fun ride getting back.
Oh,
so we didn't get back till 2 in the morning. And our flight our flight was supposed to leave at 7.
Wow.
But that's hey, that's Orlando for you. It was that big storm front that just came through. Basically went from Michigan all the way down and just bolted right through. So the first 45 minutes of the flight were a little rough.
Was it? That 45 minutes is too long for it to be rough.
Oh,
yeah.
I was like,
really.
My abs felt fantastic afterwards because I just braced myself. I don't like turbulence very much, but
who likes turbulence?
Yeah, who's like, man, I really could use some turbulence right
but it's
about
like
now.
a roller coaster, right? Like
It really is.
The drops are kind of what freak me out just a touch. And Lauren, of course, is like hyperventilating next to me because she doesn't like it at all.
Where's the bag?
And Piper, well, fortunately, she doesn't get to that point. But Piper was fast asleep the whole time.
That's good.
So yeah, we got back and just getting settled, and everything is good. We had a great vacation, though. It was fun. Piper just had so much fun with her cousins. And it was Easter this weekend, so we went over to my mother and father-in-law's house and ate too much food, as always.
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of getting back in the swing of things. Anything exciting this week? No, not really. Gaming-wise, still on that Primal. I'm probably going to just keep saying it. It's a huge game, and it's exactly. I really think did they model this to be Far Cry 4 10,000 years ago, or so, or however many millions of years ago? Because it is the exact same map as Far Cry 4. I'm convinced.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
They did an overlay of this map and the last map.
Yeah,
and
I
it's
saw
the
that
exact same thing.
It is exactly the same, which is smart because that's kind of efficient, and I'm fine with that, to be perfectly honest, because that's kind of a cool thing to do because you are in 10,000 BC. So why not just have the same landscape and how it was back then? I'll take it. That's fine. So things are moving along. I am working on that platinum, so I am taking my sweet time. The trophies look good and very manageable, so I'm like, okay. So I'm going to do that, and I'll be sticking with this probably for a while now. And it's just a fun game, man. I'm really like trying to work on all my stealth. For me, it's a little tough just with primitive weapons to be as stealthy as you can I miss Ed. I'm like you. Like the sniper always came in handy at times, but I don't have that now. But I'm getting very good at that bow. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of fun, and yeah, man, I'm kind of boring. That's pretty much it. I had my meeting with my accountant yesterday, so that's done and out of the way. So
awesome.
I can't wait to owe tons of money to the government.
Exactly.
April 15th, it'll be so much fun. I've never gotten a refund ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you work for yourself, right?
When you work for yourself, it's self-employment tax, it's all kinds of, so you always get hammered with
Hey,
taxes.
you run out of stuff to write off.
Yeah, you can. That's
You're
a
like
good
my
thing.
fingernail clippings.
Yeah, you can work on stuff to write it off. And my accountant is awesome because he's an honest guy. He's like, look, is this really a business expense? I'm like, well, you tell me. I'm doing this. It's like, yeah, we're fine. It'll be fine. You'll be good.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Go.
Like a week later, I get audited, but we'll find out. But
Right.
he's got me like really keeping good records and receipts and just keep track of everything. The main pain for me is just putting it all together, because I always say every year, I'm going to do it at the end of every month. I'm going to do everything, and then just the receipts stack up. I'm like, forget it.
Yeah.
But I've got to do that this year, because I hate that last minute run game. I would love to be able to just have it all ready to go when he sends me my, hey, it's time to get together again. Note. So yeah,
Right.
that's this is my life right now, just taxes. So it's done.
There you go.
And now I'm back to playing some video games and working, and me and Mr. Ed Placencia are doing like a workout regiment together.
I heard.
And
Yes,
very excited about it. We so it was really sweet. For Christmas, Ed got me a subscription to Men's Health magazine, which I used to have back in the day, and I just never renewed it. And one of the first things was this really great routine that he and I are going to start working on, because we're going to get our 40-year-old bodies in check by summer, and we're all going to
There you go.
We're going to be looking
right.
all fly by then, and taking our shirts off for no apparent reason. So it'll be great.
Exactly.
So
We'll be those guys.
exactly. Yeah, we'll totally be those guys. So yeah, I'm excited, man. I mean, I need to stay in shape for my wife and my daughter's sake, and for my sake, and B, it's great to be held accountable. So Ed and I are working on that, and it's a lot of fun. So thank you, Ed.
Nice.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate that as well. It's been fun.
I'm skipping the workout today.
Just so you know, I had 3 cheese daily donuts.
That's right. I had a dozen Krispy Kremes, and I'm not doing squat today.
Yeah, exactly. He said, me and Ed decided to start a workout thing. We're starting today. I'll be starting in August. So, Mr. Placencia, over to you then, Doc. What's going down?
Going well. Finally got the PlayStation debacle taken care of.
I still can't believe that, man.
I know, right?
What a way to start your PlayStation experience.
So what do you mean got it taken care of?
Yeah, I brought the PlayStation in, swapped it out, and brought it back home, and fired up that second son, and realized that the disc was still in the old PlayStation.
Oh, you have got to be freaking kidding me.
I've got to say, I've totally been there.
Yeah.
I've done
I can
that.
see that happening easily.
What?
But I got to figure, if that's the worst problem I have this time around, then I'm totally willing to go for it.
So what'd you do?
What happened?
What did you do?
I just called the place the next day and said, hey, I brought in a PlayStation yesterday. I don't know if you guys how quickly you return those. Do you still have that? And the girl was like, oh yeah, we've got it here, and I'll have the disc waiting for you. So it was really cool.
They're like, yeah, we've been
good.
playing Second Son all night.
I know, right?
Oh, yeah.
On your
Yeah.
account.
Exactly. But yeah, so I got to dig into some more Second Son. Played Until Dawn. And
Nice.
Oh, Lord.
that was a ton of fun. We had friends over Saturday night to watch a movie, and then afterwards they were over till about 3 a.m. watching. We would take turns playing the game, and just had a
that's
blast
awesome.
playing that.
That's a beautiful looking game, I've got to say.
Chris, is that the one you did for the channel?
Yeah, I did. And Ed, did you use the motion control, or did you use the sticks? Because you could choose between the two.
Yeah, I used the sticks.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah, and that thing is super sensitive. So when it tells you to stay still, I could have sworn I was always staying still, but
Oh yeah,
controller and I disagreed about that a few times.
yeah.
But
That's awesome.
so yeah, it's been fun. Played some unfinished Swan and went through and played that and put that all up on the channel. And
Did you like that?
I did. It was really cool. It was just the style itself. It was super creative and artistically, it was great to look at. And then it changed itself up enough that it didn't get boring, and it was a short enough game that it didn't get tedious by any means.
That's great.
So yeah, it was a cute little story.
Aw.
There you go.
Oh, it's so cute.
It was adorable.
Nice.
Yeah,
What else is
so it
going
was
down?
the week in gaming for Eduardo.
Yeah, it was.
God, I'm so jealous.
And what, you picked up Uncharted? Is that what happened?
Yeah, we have friends over every Tuesday to watch TV and play games, and a buddy of mine who I actually bought him the Uncharted collection when he house sat for Sarah and I one time, and
Oh, nice.
he brought it over and said, "Hey, I just beat this. You want to give it a shot before the next game comes out?" So I stayed up way too late last night playing Uncharted.
Nice, man.
What did you think? What, like, as somebody, did you start at number 1?
I did, yeah.
So what do you think as somebody, because we've all played them,
Yep.
as somebody,
yeah, and
this many years later?
you go in knowing that it's a few years old, so you expect it to look a few years old, but even knowing that it was, it's not it didn't come out just last month, I think it still looks great. It's a lot of fun. The voice work is great. And so yeah, I'm looking forward to continuing.
Oh man, that's great.
So are you still in the first one right now?
Yeah, I stopped at chapter 4.
Oh, okay.
I haven't played the original either.
Oh,
Never?
you didn't play the very first one? You picked it up for number 2,
started
right?
at 2.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh, those games were so good.
Yeah.
It's like watching somebody that, like, I mean, the same thing with The Last of Us, or like when somebody's just seeing an amazing movie for the first time, I'm always so jealous because I'm like, oh, I want to relive that so bad.
Yeah.
So I talked to this guy, I don't remember who it was on the road, that's just now playing The Last of Us for the first time, and doesn't know anything about it, didn't, kind of like Ed's seen it on YouTube, but like hasn't seen anything about it, and he's working his way through it, and you're like, oh my gosh, I would love to be there right now. But
I know, wouldn't it be great?
Oh, those Uncharted was so good. Gosh,
Yeah, it's been fun.
I don't really remember one that much. I don't really remember any of them that much. I just remember loving them and beating 3 so fast that it was ridiculous.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Was it a short game?
I mean, none of them are long games. They're not
Yeah.
like 10-hour games
Maybe
or anything
12
like that.
hours or so, something like that.
You think?
Okay.
You think that long?
I mean, if you're the type of person that's looking for collectibles and things, I wish there's not a ton in there, but
Yeah,
if
I
you're
would've
taking your
said-
time, then yeah, it can get 12
I would have
hours.
said 7 hours. Like, only because I beat it in one sitting.
Oh, wow.
Number 3.
Well, I didn't beat them in one sitting, but I did beat, like I borrowed I borrowed 1 and 2 from a friend because I had gotten 3 from PlayStation Plus. And I mean, it took me about a week, but that's of me coming home from work, playing a couple of hours, and I feel like it took me about 10, 12 hours for each one, but I could be wrong. It was a while ago since I played them.
Yeah,
so.
they are not long. So
No, they're not.
You're totally fine. And if you skip a few, you're not missing anything if you skip a few collectibles anyway. But I enjoyed going and hunting for those and doing all that stuff anyway. So, and of course, I take my time on everything. So,
Right.
I like
that's
it.
great, man. I'm excited for you.
Yeah, it's been awesome. And then finally pre-downloaded Quantum Break. So that's
Oh,
Yes, I've gotta do
125
that.
gigs later.
Oh my gosh, that game! You told me that on Twitter. I was like, "Oh, are you kidding me?
yeah.
Are you kidding
125
me?"
gigs?
Yes.
Well, the game is 60 or 65 gigs. And then if you the cutscenes that are like the live action cutscenes, you can watch them streaming or you can download them for another 70. And I was like, I don't want to trust my internet.
Another 70?
70
oh my
gigs.
Lord.
Yeah.
That's so. If you have a
My
500
Lanta.
gig hard drive, you're using a quarter of it for one game.
Yeah, for
Yep.
one game.
And if you have Comcast, if you start downloading now, it'll be ready by August.
There you go.
Exactly.
About time to start up that workout routine.
Exactly.
That's right. That's exactly right.
You'll actually have abs by the time you start to start the game.
That's incredible. Jeez Louise.
Ed's
That's-
sitting on his couch all shirtless waiting for this download to finish.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna be so ripped when I play this
I
game.
know, it's going to
Yeah.
be amazing.
Sarah's like, why you keep rubbing that oil on yourself? You're ruining the couch.
It's just who I am. What?
Yeah, exactly. I'm being me.
This is me now, babe. This is me.
Yeah, she's like, oh, put a shirt on.
I was going to cook with that olive oil.
That is awesome.
I always tell my wife, like, whenever we see somebody in shape, I'm like, oh my gosh, if I was that in shape, I would never, ever, ever have a shirt on.
I know, right?
Always picture myself in Target, like, how can I get my shirt off in here?
Oh, it sure is hot in here.
Yeah, I was gonna try this shirt on, but then I thought, never mind.
I'm in the car right now, and it's getting a little warm. I might take my shirt off.
I like it. Oh, Mr. McCracken.
Well, I just want to start off by saying this, fellas. Go Dallas Stars, because they beat those Nashville Predators last night.
Oh, they crushed us last
5-2.
night. Rush, we could have clinched playoff berth last night because of that. Thank you, Dallas.
So did y'all get knocked out of the playoffs?
No. We could have clinched it. I think
okay.
we're still in the running for it, which is great. But
Gotcha.
yeah, I saw that score. I'm like, come on, McCracken.
We've been slipping a little bit, right? I mean, the Predators have lost a couple times the last couple weeks, right?
This is the first time they've lost 2 straight since February. They've been on fire.
Yeah, 2 straight.
They have been on fire. They've won like the past 17 or something like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
so which is good because they needed to they were kind of teetering on wild card playoff, and now I think they're actually in. I could be wrong. Let me look it up while you guys discuss amongst yourselves.
You look that up. All I know is they lost last night.
Yes. Yep. Thank you.
I'm acting like I'm this big hockey fan, and I'm very street level hockey fan. But hey, Dallas teams, go for it. All right.
Right, exactly.
So last week I had kind of a busy work week on the front end, and then it was a short week. We had family friends come in down from Oklahoma to stay with us for a couple of days. On Friday, one of the reasons that they came down was for this church activity that they do once a year that happens down here in Dallas, and kind of a side reason was because it was our little niece Ella's birthday.
Awesome.
And what she wanted to do was go to the American Girl doll store, whatever it is, the fancy
American
dolls.
Girl dolls.
And so the girls split off and went to the American Doll store, and the guys split off, and we went to Top Golf.
Oh, Top Golf is so much fun.
Oh my gosh, it was great. It was so much fun. And I've never been a good golfer at all anyways.
Yeah, it's not about that.
And I definitely need some practice because this summer I'll be going to, vacation with my in-laws, and my father-in-law likes to golf. And I'm always the one that's like pulling up the rear when we're golfing. It's like, I saw how out of practice I was. So I need to get back on the driving range. So more reasons to go back to Top Golf.
Tim or Ed, have you guys ever done Top Golf?
Never heard of it.
No. What is it?
Oh, it's coming to Nashville, and I'm so excited.
Oh, good.
Oh, good deal.
3-layer. It's a driving range.
Oh, okay.
But it's really so much more than that. It's a restaurant. It's a bar. It's modern. And there's these huge holes out in the, what do you call it? Field?
The green?
Green.
I guess the golf field.
Golf field.
In the fairway.
Gosh. Golfers everywhere are shedding a tear right now.
They're getting so angry at us.
And they all have different colored lights in them, and you try to hit the ball into the different, but they're huge holes in the ground. It's not like, and then there's a little computer chip inside each golf ball, and you just see who gets the most points, and it's so much fun. And if you're not a golfer, you can still play it.
Oh, that's cool.
And that's what makes it amazing.
It's golf-esque. I mean, you don't have to know golf, play golf, enjoy golf to enjoy Top Golf. It's amazing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We did it in Austin, and Toby took us all, and it was so much fun. Oh my gosh.
When are they coming to Nashville?
I think they're building it right now, down in Germantown, maybe.
Oh, awesome.
So it'll be a good time.
So that was a lot of fun. We spent about 2.5 hours there. And then after that, we met back up with the girls, and I did family photos for them because I have been doing that the last few years. And it's been about 2 since the last time I did a session with them. So did some family photos for them. And then on Saturday, Stacy and I got up real early and we went and did a 5K run, which is called the Rebuild Rowlett. So the Rowlett's a town that got hit really hard a couple months back by a massive tornado. I think it made national news, but I'm not sure. And and my parents and my sister actually live in Rowlett. They're about 4 miles from the path of the tornado.
Wow.
So my sister's been real active in helping to get that run organized and organizing people to come join and everything. So we went and took care of that. Got a cool little dry fit shirt out of it. So that was nice.
Yeah.
Easter with the family. And the other night we were watching, Stacey and I were watching something. Maybe it was The Voice or something. I'm not sure. and a commercial for Civil War came out. And she said, "What is that?" And I kind of explained, like, "Is that another Captain America?" I was like, "Yeah, well, it's Captain America." She's like, "Why are they fighting?" I was like, "Well, you know," and I'm over here trying to kind of explain things.
Right.
She's like, "I want to see that." So I guess I'll be going to the movie theater to see Captain America Civil
That
War.
serves you right.
Well done, Stacey.
Yeah.
Good on you.
So I've got one more film that, I mean, I guess I don't really have to see anything before, but I never saw Ant-Man. So I want to watch
good. Yeah, I never
that
saw that
because I
one
know
either,
he's going to
yeah.
be in it, and I want to at least have some context for his story because I don't know anything about Ant-Man.
Yeah,
So,
me either.
Ant-Man was
rent that.
awesome. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I'll report back once that comes out and
Yep.
let you know how the theater experience went. As far as gaming goes, all I've been playing, because with all the family in town and everything, I didn't really have much time, but the only thing that I've played is Metal Gear Solid, working towards that 100%. I streamed a little bit of it last night. It's on the Major Games YouTube channel, about an hour and a half, and still really enjoying that game. I don't feel like I'm going to be done with it for a while. I'm going to be moving on to some other things, but I'll always kind of come back to it and keep chipping away at that 100%.
That's awesome.
I know that's right. I like that. That's awesome.
Yep.
Good to hear.
Mr. Patillo,
Yeah.
how you been?
Good.
Can we just start with this? How is Batman v Superman?
Hell, listen.
That's a great way to start
Let me
it.
tell you a story about
I mean, gosh. It's so weird. Like, people are taking such strong stances. So, me and movies, I'm usually pretty critical of movies.
But you still enjoy them for the most part.
Yeah, but I love the movies.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, here's my thing. Ever since I saw Star Wars, I don't remember who I was talking to about it, but I was like, I loved Star Wars. I saw it twice in the theater. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Then I talked to some people that didn't like it so much. We talked about why they didn't like it, and I totally understood what they were saying. And I was saying, yes, I could nitpick Star Wars until it wasn't a good movie anymore.
Right.
Until you're like, well, why did you like it after all that? And then I decided, like, why be like that with anything in life, period? Because you can nitpick everything to death.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this game, well, it does this, that, and the other, though. I mean, I can't, blah, 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 blah. I mean, but then you just never enjoy anything ever.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I feel like the same thing can be said for Batman versus Superman.
Okay.
So I went in, though, and I told you guys last week, low expectations, wasn't expecting much, and I liked it.
Good.
Like, I thought it was great.
Yeah.
I feel like you don't see Ben, I don't know if this is a spoiler, and I don't think it is, but it's a long movie, and it's not like Ben's Batman the whole time. And so for some reason, for me, I enjoyed him not being Batman that much in the movie.
That's cool.
And then, I mean, you know, the fight happens. It makes sense, at least, you know, when they're fighting. Like, when they started fighting, I was like, oh, okay, all right, I see how that makes sense. And
Nice.
then, but when they've already obviously shown whatever's Doomsday in the commercial, so, which is, I mean, if they wouldn't have shown Doomsday, it would have been such a better movie experience. I feel like when you go and see it, because anybody that like knows the comics or anybody that has a brain obviously sees at the end of the trailer that, oh, now they have a common enemy and have to fight together.
Right.
So the turn from them fighting each other to fighting the enemy, like the Doomsday together, happens really fast. And you're like, what? Okay, so I guess they're done fighting then? Like, and so that was the only thing that, like, while I was watching it, I could not get my mind off of, like, come on, Gabe, that's ridiculous. And I was like, I know, but let's just enjoy this, you know, brain.
Right.
And so I really liked it. I think Henry Cavill, or however you say his name is, I think he looks like Superman. He's a little short for my taste, but like
Is he
looks.
short?
I think so. Everything I've seen him in, he's shorter than everybody else. Like when I've seen him in other movies.
Yeah.
And so
I've always thought he looked like, I've not seen Man of Steel or Batman v Superman yet, but I've always, when I see him, I always feel like, man, he just looks like Superman.
Yeah, he definitely looks the
he
part.
looks like Superman.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so you know, I don't know. So people have a bunch of issues with it, but I don't know, man. I enjoyed it, and I think like sit back and like it got like a 30% on Rotten Tomatoes or something.
Yeah, it did.
Got clobbered.
It's nowhere near that bad.
Yeah.
No, nowhere near.
Critics are always going to be critics, and like you, I always take critic reviews with a grain of salt because everybody's looking for that perfect Oscar or what have you. And this is clearly, it's not an Oscar worthy movie. It is a fun movie to go to, just to go, it's something just to sit back and enjoy. I haven't seen it yet. I still do want to see it despite like all the people going back and forth. I was really curious to get your opinion on it just because you are a movie man, and you being the movie man, you enjoy movies. And if you enjoyed this, that's good enough for me.
Here's the thing though. I didn't read any reviews. I still haven't. So I don't know what people are not liking about it.
They're just not liking the whole story, really. Like, I don't think the way Zack Snyder directed it, and a lot of people give him flack anyway. So I think that kind of comes with a already preconceived notion of, well, this is a Zack Snyder film, so it can't be that great. But I mean,
he's not M. Night Shyamalan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's true.
And so,
I think, anyway, I don't know. Critics aside, because official movie critics, this is not their type of film. So that kind of put that aside for a second. I have no idea what they are saying because I didn't read any of those. But as far as from the fan perspective, which again, I've not seen the movie, so I'm not saying any of this is my personal thoughts. Just I've read a lot of stuff that people have said. And it seems like the majority of the people that don't like it or are rather passionately upset about it are a lot of people who are big DC comic fans who have been waiting for DC stuff to be done right, and they feel like you're rushing and doing all this stuff, and it's not cohesive, and it's like, we want what Marvel has. We want this cool cinematic universe where all these pieces come together, but you do it first by building up characters and setting all the pieces. You don't just rush. And when I saw the trailer, which I was not a huge comic kid when I was growing up. I did read comics, but so one of the ones that, well, I guess I don't want to say that because I don't want to say any spoilers. But there was one comic in the DC side that I did read when I was young. It was a big deal. Oh yeah. And then when they showed the trailer and you saw Doomsday.
You're talking about the Black Sleeve comic.
Oh yeah, that one.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
I know what you're talking about.
And so if you know anything about that storyline, when you see Doomsday, it means one thing. This is the second Superman-related movie in this new universe. Mm-hmm. And Doomsday showing up that early was like, huh? Now, I didn't know what does that actually mean, because, does the cinematic universe follow the comics? Is it loose? You never really know exactly what's going to happen. I know what happens now because I've read spoilers. But when you're just looking at it, you're like, oh, what's this going to mean? And I think it's stuff like that is what's related, is they're not able to watch it like you're saying, where I just want to see some cool action and some cool stuff, and that was entertaining. They're looking at it from more of a, I'm connected to this universe. I love these characters. I want to see them treated right kind of thing. That's kind of what I take from it.
And I told Colton when we left, because I went with Colton and his wife and some of the other guys, and we're at Opry Mills waiting to go to the movies, and this guy walks up on me and Jenny, and he's got like both hands in his pockets, and Opry Mills is one of those malls that's like cool, but you could also be like offer to watch, like, hey man, you want to buy a watch?
Oh yeah, I got somebody's mixtape.
You want some cologne?
I seriously got somebody came up to me. He's like, "Yeah, man, check this out." I said, "All right, what is it?" I'm like, "What kind of style?" He's like, "All styles." He's like, and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good, man." He's like, "You don't want a donation?" I'm like, "No, not right now."
And the styles, I got all the styles. They're all here.
I was like, "What the heck kind of a statement is that? What's your style? You're a hip hop artist. What's your style? All styles." Yeah, no,
all
that's
styles. Yeah, I'm not taking that crap. Yeah,
there are 80 tracks.
This guy walks up to me and he's kind of like walking at me. He's like, "Hey man, can I ask you a question?" White guy, and I was like, yeah." He's like, "Your name Gabe?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "You in Diverse City with Toby Mac?" I was like, "Oh, snap. That never happens. Yes, I am." He was like, "Oh man, I'm a huge fan. I've gone to X amount of shows."
That's great.
That's someone who is a fan though. When they know like the Diverse City member names.
When they know the band, they are paying attention, right? Nobody knows who we are.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that was kind of cool. And so anyway, so it's me. It was funny because it was like so Nashville. So it's me from Toby. It's Colton Dixon from Colton Dixon, and then a guy named Seth who plays guitar for Skillet. And so we're all together and went to the movies, and then Colton's parents and sister were there. Who his sister was on Idol too. The second time that Colton was on there, she's really the reason he was on. Anyway, long story. But anyway, so we're all there. We're watching it together. We come out. Colton goes, all right, thoughts. And you guys got to understand, Colton is huge Batman freak. And he comes out. I was like, dude, I liked it. I was like, that was fun. I thought it was a good time. He was like, I hated it. And I was like, good. And so
Okay,
he didn't like it at all.
everybody.
Exactly. And so we haven't gotten to talk about it yet. We leave for tour tonight. So tomorrow I'll hash it out with him. But the one thing I think that people forget, especially fans of comics, is that comic book movies aren't made for comic book fans.
No, they're not.
They're made for the masses and hopefully appease comic book fans.
Yep.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so I think sometimes we get caught up in canon. We get caught up, because this is not like Star Wars where it was made from movies and movies continue to be made. This is a story adapted from, comics.
Yep.
And so they're not going to get everything in there. And they might like twist and turn the timeline a little bit, kind of like with the whole Spider-Man thing and the Civil War and everything. And everyone's like, wait, will he even have an outfit yet? And so, and so you're like, relax, just enjoy the fact that he's in it. You know what I mean? And so, I get that from that standpoint. But I really liked it. So I say go see it, but I know that people are going to hate it. And if the one thing, my favorite thing about it was Batman talks through a voice modulator.
Yep.
And so Ben Affleck didn't have to do a Batman voice. And that was my favorite thing.
That's good.
Because Christian Bale's voice used to make me like just subconsciously clear my throat the whole movie.
Right.
I did think that was cool in the trailers whenever that happened, but I always assumed when I saw the first couple trailers that it was only when he was in the big heavy duty suit. And then so when I saw him in the normal suit and he was still doing it, I was like, okay then.
Exactly. Yeah.
I
It's
like
both.
that. I like that a lot.
So I like that too. Alfred's different. So that was like hard to get used to, but still was kind of cool. So anyway, I
good,
liked
man.
it. I can't say go see it because people are so passionate, but I'd see it again. If like a group of friends were going, I'd be like, oh yeah, I'll go to see that again.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm going to see it eventually.
Exactly.
Yeah, you will.
So anyway,
How was the rest of your week, brother?
it was good. I've been home, and so that was nice. And Amara had spring break this last week.
Yes.
Oh, very
And so that was really nice to be able to like be here for that and just be with her and be with Jenny and so that's been good. What have we been doing? We're working on the laundry room. That was the smallest room in the house. So we were like,
Nice.
how about this laundry room? So we've been doing that, and that's been like, it's been nice to get our hands back on a project just because, and it feels like the beginning of, doing stuff for this house. We're like, all right, here we go.
Here we go.
We're
It's
doing
time.
stuff with this house. Yeah. Well, what else happened? I've been playing a lot of The Division. A lot of it.
Okay, are you over that hump of getting to know it and like it now, or are you liking it less? What's the status there?
I think I'm liking it. It's definitely like I saw somebody on our Twitter say it's a grind, and it is that.
Okay.
There's definitely times where you're like, woo, all right, this is an RPG. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Kind of situation. And so, with that comes like, I don't know. It's like the hit points and, you're not just going to always headshot somebody and that kills them. You know what I'm saying? It's not Call of Duty. And so, it's like they have, 9,000 hit points and your headshot might take 4 of those away. You know what I'm saying? 4,000. And so, I mean, it's cool. The X and O thing still really bother me.
That does that still sounds really weird. Like why you would not
it is
reverse
weird.
those.
Yeah.
It is weird. But what are you going to do now?
Exactly.
So you haven't gotten used to that part yet?
No, just my Twitch response still wants to just go back to what I knew. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
that's so hard to reverse your thought even when you're a couple hours in the game because X has always been jump. Like,
for me,
even since I was, started, X for me has always been jump, and circle was always some sort of cover or something else.
Right.
And
Exactly.
that would freak me out.
So that's a little weird. I mean, that's hard to get used to, but what are you going to do? I've been playing with the street team. That was fun. So meeting up with people. Here's the thing though, with the leveling, say I'm level 5 and somebody jumps in, like I played with Haley for a second and, she jumped in and was level 30.
Holy smoke.
And I think I was level 7 at the time. Well,
She's putting work.
Right. Exactly. And so they don't really average out the enemies. So right when she showed up, all the enemies jumped up to 25.
Wow. Oh, boy.
Because she was there. And I'm level 7. And so I pretty much, all my guns have just been turned to like a spit wad thing. Like,
You're shooting flowers at them.
Exactly. Bubbles.
You look fabulous.
Yeah, exactly. And so I've got a bubble Gatling gun. And so that kind of sucks because it's not like Destiny where you can jump into your buddy's thing and just help him. Like, hey, let me come level you up real quick, because the person with the highest level really has to do all the heavy lifting because now your guns don't do anything.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So she had to leave. Like, we didn't get to finish the thing together. So she was like, oh, I'm sorry, I'll get out of here. And then I just finished it up by myself, and they went back down to like level 8 or whatever they were at.
So the higher level person is truly carrying you through.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm on regular machine guns. I'm getting killed. And so like I would come out from cover, get hit once and be dead. And, it was just more frustrating than anything else. So with the street team, Josh and Spencer Stapleton are both, a little bit, quite a bit lower than me. And then, Brett T. Bodden is a little higher than me. And so it's really fun for me and Brett because the level is like right under where I'm at, where they end up putting us because of his level. And so it's still real challenging for me, but for Josh and Spencer, it's really frustrating.
Oh man.
Because they're getting killed. So we were playing the other day and me and Brett had to be like, you know what? You guys do missions. We'll go do our own missions. And so that's the only thing. Like, if somebody's at the beginning of the game and the level is 5, the level should just be 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let people play together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would rather have it be better for the lower level person than jump it up to a high level because, that's going to be. I would probably rage quit that game.
Yeah,
well, it takes
easily.
Yeah, it takes out the whole like, hey, I bought this game, you should go get it thing.
Right.
Because like now I've bought it and I'm 7 levels ahead of you. You come in at level 1, but I can't play with you because the guy's going to be too hard.
You almost have to come in together playing it for the first time together in order to actually make this happen.
Exactly.
Which will never happen, especially when you're online because everybody has different schedules. And that's frustrating.
Yeah. I'm actually really glad, that one of us got it and then one of us is able to get into it and have fun. I know a lot of our community right now is playing it and really enjoying the game, but all the stuff you're saying is stuff that was little whispers of it throughout the beta that really made me think, you know what? If I'm playing all these other games and having to come back and forth, this game is just not going to work for me. So I'm feeling better and better about not purchasing this game because I would be having a fit right now if I was dealing with that.
Yeah. Now
I'm very confident that I'm not getting this game because of that too.
Right. Yeah. Now it is really fun. Confident. It is really fun, but I know that there's some people that don't like their kids to watch them shooting humans.
Yeah.
And this is definitely very shoot humans.
Yeah.
It is not playful like, like, I don't know why, like, to me, the Uncharted's action is a little, like, playful.
Yep.
To me, it is for some reason, even though it's not really, but it seems like he's making wise, he's being a smart aleck the whole time, and you're, like, kind of jumping around.
Yeah, I like that.
And so you're like, bah, 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 and the shooting mechanics early on were terrible, and so it just felt like, I don't know, it felt funner to me. And this game is a little grittier and darker, and they're cussing at you pretty hard, like when you're playing. So it's not necessarily, like this is the first one where I'm shooting humans that I don't want Amara really watching because the language is so bad too.
Because Destiny was different because it was kind of aliens and
alien-esque and
these weird grotesque looking creatures. That's totally different.
Right.
It really is, and they're not cussing at you.
Yeah,
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, they might be. We just don't know what they're saying.
We don't know what they're saying.
So anyway, so I'm having fun with that. I do wish that they would tweak some of that stuff just because I think it would bring the funness back to it because it's not fun when you have to just grind it out as the top guy.
Yeah, no, that's not fun at all.
And I definitely, like you guys were saying earlier, I feel like it would take away from anyone who, 2 months down the road is thinking about getting the game and they know that everyone else has been playing it for 2 months.
Oh,
Exactly.
Even now, even 2 weeks, like I'm already like, forget it. I'm not bothering.
And there's no like, let me get to level 30 right quick and catch up. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
it's not gonna happen like that.
Yeah.
Also, just to finish off, I got that old plat on Rocket League.
I saw that.
Yeah,
too. Well done.
nice.
Good job.
I looked at the trophy list and I was like, I mean, this will be a pain, but it's nothing I can't do.
Yep.
It's
Nice, man.
Got
Good
on
for
there
you.
and got that done and so now I have a platinum that wasn't just handed to me like a Telltale
Like
game.
The Walking Dead.
Where they're like, hey, you finished a game. Here's a platinum. You're like,
Right.
I mean, I guess that's fair.
Good for you, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, so that was fun.
Remy still here?
Remy is definitely still here,
Yeah, he is.
That's good.
full effect.
Because he lives there.
Well, yeah.
It turns out he lives here.
He's a squatter. That boy's a squatter.
Yeah, he is living here for free.
Yeah,
He's not
what's
even-
up with that? Get a
yeah,
job.
he's not even.
Which I've got to say, just his face in that Easter family photo.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it was
He
priceless.
always makes the best faces.
That's his face all the time.
I love that face.
Like when strangers are like, "Hey, bud," he's like, "What's up?"
Why are you talking on down to me like that? I'm right here.
Yeah, what you think I am, a child?
Cool.
I love that.
Talking to me
That's
like a
so
child.
good.
So he's a funny kid, man. We're still trying to figure him out, and it's kind of fun, kind of frustrating, but kind of fun
Yeah.
Yeah.
because it's a challenge, and you're like, oh yeah, you're a boy, all right.
That's awesome.
You're all boy. So
Awesome.
anyway,
Love it.
whew, router,
Got it.
you got it.
I got you.
Well, let's do it.
All right, we'll go through this pretty quickly because we went on our Batman stunt.
Yeah, sorry.
No worries. And I'm dying over here because I've got this like coffee weird thing. It's not allergies. No, nobody be concerned.
Yeah, I was
It's all
about to
good.
say, yeah, exactly.
I think I'm
Oh,
actually
no.
getting sick. So,
Oh,
bear
that's
with
so
me.
much worse.
all right, here we go. New releases this week: Minecraft Story Mode Episode 5, Order Up. For
Oh, nice.
PC, PS4, Xbox One, PS3, and 360. We got some DLC for The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, Blood and Wine. GameStop gave it a 10 out of 10.
Woo.
So I mean, everyone is showing so much love for The Witcher 3, which is awesome.
Wow.
And
That game was good.
Another game you need to play.
Yeah.
No,
that's right, Doc.
Never mind.
I know
It's all
that's
right.
right.
Little
Worst-
ode to Hall there for a second.
Wait, here we go. That was my bubble just bursted.
Aw.
It's all good. Moving on. Killer Instinct Season 3 for the Xbox One. The Walking Dead Michonne Episode 2, Give No Shelter for the
Yeah.
PC,
Nice.
PS4, Xbox One, PS3, and Xbox 360. Resident Evil 6 for the PS4, Xbox One. Mecha Zoo for the PS4, PC, Xbox One, and Wii U.
Yeah.
Mecha Zoo.
Phoenix Furia for the PS4.
What is a Mecha Zoo?
It's a big metal zoo.
That's what I'm thinking. Like,
5 mecha animals, each with their own unique skill, are playable characters. Mecha animals are usually paired up to form a powerful combo, kind of like
usually.
kind of like the headless Voltron.
Yeah. Exactly.
Speaking
That's
of which,
us.
anybody see that Voltron's coming to Netflix series?
Yeah.
No
Are we
way.
going to talk about that later? Because I don't want to spoil that.
Well, you kind of already did.
Well, all right, there you go. Moving on. Charts. Week of March 19th, Brick and Mortar. Here we go. Number 10, Tom Clancy's The Division for the PC. Number 9, Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD for the Wii U. Number 8, Senran Kagura Estival Versus for the PS4.
Bless you.
That's all Gabe.
Bless
Number
you.
7,
Bless you.
Call of Duty Black Ops 3 for the PS4. Number 6, Fire Emblem Fates for the 3DS. Number 5, EA Sports UFC 2 for the Xbox One makes their debut.
Oh, yeah.
Number 4, UFC 2 for the PS4. Number 3, Pokken Tournament for the Wii U.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
That's the debut. Came in 174,000 units. Number 2, The Division for the Xbox One stays in the top 2 for the second week in a row.
Nice.
And number 1, The Division for the PS4, again, stays in number 1. So Division, man, crushing it. Over 1 million on each PS4 and Xbox One units.
Wow.
So
There you have that.
just like that in 2 weeks, just like that.
Not mad at that at all.
No,
Right?
no, that is fantastic.
Good. I'm glad people, I mean,
Yeah,
I like it. You just got to get in there and get to playing, get doing some side missions.
exactly. All right, let's get to some oops. Our boy Matt Leidy.
Dang it. I know I'm a part of this crap.
Yeah.
Shoot.
GameStop still produces the Game Informer magazine for rewards customers. You can get physical or digital copy.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew I was going to get flack for this, but I don't care because I'm not a huge Zeppelin fan anyway. But Spencer Stapleton, TR, it is rock and roll, not been a long time. And Chris McCracken was humming Zeppelin's The Ocean, not AC/DC, MTTG. Oops. Hashtag Gabe told me I had to. Hashtag album sold 111 million.
We were talking the other day over Division, and I was like, all right.
Yep.
Explain to me Led Zeppelin.
Lay it on us.
And I was like, I know we were killing you. He was like, yeah, here's the thing. He goes into it.
That actually sounds surprisingly like him. That was a good impression.
Thanks. I like those guys, man. It's so, I mean, everybody should be jealous that I get to meet all these guys.
Oh, we are. Trust
Definitely.
me, we are.
Oh my gosh.
That's so great. Go for it.
Sorry, go ahead. No, what were you going to say?
I was just going to say that's it for me. Go for it.
Nice. Chris McCracken,
Yes.
do it to it, Doc.
All right, so I feel like the biggest piece of news, and something that's a little bit more serious now, so we're going to have to chat a little bit about it,
Okay.
Uh-oh.
is this rumor, if you call it, about PlayStation 4.5 is picking up
I was
a
hoping to
lot
talk about this.
of steam.
Mm-hmm.
So, which, by the way, it's also been dubbed by some people PS4K, which I think is an awesome name, so I'm going to hereby call it PS4K.
A way
Of course
better
you're
name.
going to love that.
So, what do you have either any of you guys heard about this at all? Any
No,
details?
Yes.
Yeah.
Lay it on us, man.
Yes. So what they're talking about is there a stronger new hardware that would correlate better with VR and 4K, right, Chris?
Yeah, the 4K aspect, there seemed to be some, which, I mean, it's all speculation and rumor. There's a little bit of confusion. It seems like they're narrowing it down now to the whole 4K aspect is just that it will output 4K content, and the Blu-ray player inside of it will be a 4K Blu-ray player. Not that it will play games in 4K.
You know what's funny? I thought that was one of the selling points of the PS4 in the first place was something about 4K output, but I guess I was wrong about that.
I think this might end up being an MTTG oops next week, but I think the Xbox One is 4K output able to do that. Yeah, I don't know if it's the Blu-ray, but I think like if you're streaming from Netflix and it's 4K, I think it can output that. But I don't believe the PS4 can even do it like through Netflix or a digital download because it doesn't have the right version of HDMI, I think.
Huh.
I could be wrong.
Interesting.
But
Yeah.
so yeah, that's all that is. The other talk is that it's going to have, so with the PlayStation VR comes with this little processor box that a lot of people didn't really know what it was going to be for. And then when they announced PlayStation VR, they gave more details. And basically all that processing unit does is it takes the game that's feeding out to it, and it's what does all the processing to split it out so that you can be displaying it on your TV and in the headset at the same time.
Oh, interesting.
So this new PlayStation 4K is supposedly going to have that piece
Already
but
inside.
built into the device. And then there's talk about that the CPU and GPU, which it's called an APU in the consoles, is going to kind of be, it's going to be a little bit better. It's not going to be astronomically better. I mean, we're not talking about like huge PC levels of gaming, but it's going to be more powerful and able to do more stuff and handle things like VR even better than the current PS4. That's kind of where it all sits at the moment.
I mean, that makes sense because I would rather have a machine that has everything in it than have to get any peripherals or any additional drivers or whatever that's going to just be sitting on top of it. You know, I'm fine with that.
You know what's so weird is I'm totally the opposite. Like, only because I'm looking at the masses and like what it hurts me a little bit to think that guys like me gals like me ran out and got the PS4 day one. Obviously, we all know that's a huge mistake when it comes to software, hardware, that kind of thing, because it's going to be outdated quickly. But you hope that in console world, you always felt like that was still safe. Like if I buy the PS3 right when it comes out, it's the same thing that it ends with. Like the PS3 is the same all the way through the generation. And so now you're talking about, what, we 3 years old, 2 years old as far as the PS4, 2.5 years?
November 2013 I think is when it came out. So.
Yeah, so it'll be 3 in November.
And so the only thing that kills me, I talked to Chowfie about this a little bit the other day, and we were going back and forth about what's good about this and what's bad about this, is that like for early adopters, which I guess would be the first 2.5, 3 years, depending on if they bring this thing out, it kind of bones everybody because you're like, well, man, I went out and bought this thing for $500 and now they're going to bring out a new one. It's not like, and he made the point of like, yeah, but we get new phones every 2 years that are $700 and something. You know, the new iPhone comes out, but like I've kept up with new phones and never paid full price for a phone.
Right.
So I feel like Sony's got the opportunity here to say, all right, hey, we're bringing this 4.5 out, or PlayStation 4K, which, Chris, you're so right. That's a way better name.
That is such a good name. I want to get it just because of the cool name.
And if they say, hey, take your PS4 back to the store and you can get this new one for like $200,
I'm in.
Then I'm a little more in. But if it's like, hey, we got this new thing out, come get it for $500, you're like,
nope.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Well, Ed, you just went through it. You just purchased a PS4 and now this is happening.
Yeah, but part of me feels, just from what I've read, I feel like because I'm really not as excited about the VR as Chris is, I feel like it's not going to really concern me as much.
I'm in agreement there. I'm the same way.
So I'm not really angry about it.
If they make a stronger console, though, now all of a sudden, does that change your online play with other people, or
no?
Like, do you have the advantages when it comes to certain things? Like, do all of a sudden some games play good for you that play awful for your buddies? Like, that's where you start getting a little bit. Is it like Telltale games now work really well for you, and for everybody else they still are all glitched out? That's the only thing.
But you just answered that question, Gabe, because that's up to the developers. That's not necessarily an operating system thing. The developers have to make sure that it's cross-platform. So
I know, but cross-platform within the same family,
yeah, exactly,
seems a little weird to me.
But also keep in mind that the PS3. But
also, I'm broke, so the PS3 I am fighting from that standpoint.
The PS3 and 360 era lasted 8 years. That's one of the longer console generation.
Yeah, sure.
Time. So we're kind of used to these longer gaps, but technology is getting cheaper and it's evolving so much quicker that I think we're going to see this happen. I was kind of expecting something to happen within the next year or some new console. Like, to me, that sounds pretty accurate and pretty spot on because of the way things are going. So I'm not mad at it. I'm not going to get it because
I don't know when it's coming out, but don't you think like 4 years, let's say, would be really short? Or you're saying it's just because what we're used to?
Well, it would be short for a successful console, because other consoles that have done horribly, like the Wii U, I think has only been out since 2012, and it's rumored to be. So whenever a console is having trouble, that's not really that weird. But yeah, for a successful console, 4 years is fairly short. I think the PS1 lasted 5 years before they changed out the PS2, if I'm remembering correctly. So. Yeah, that was a pretty successful console.
I think we're seeing the shift, though, because technology is evolving so much quicker. We're going to see a lot more of this. I mean, look at the phones. It happens with phones every year. Phones, iPads, tablets, the same thing. Every year we get something new. It used to be every 2. It's just everything evolves a lot quicker now because of the technology that's available. So, man, I'm with you. I'm not mad at it. It doesn't affect me very much. But you raise a good point. Will it affect me if Chris, you get the 4K and I'm playing with you? Do you have an advantage? I think that's going to be up to the developers to make sure that stays consistent, that there's a common level, that way there is no advantage for people that have more powerful machines. But I'm not mad at it, but I think we're getting to that point. We're getting to that time period where we could start seeing another console.
Yeah, I think we talked about Phil Spencer's comments that kind of touched on this concerning Xbox
Right.
a while back. And I said back then, I think Gabe, you and I kind of agreed that we didn't really feel like this was the best idea to have a mid-tier, like, evolutionary product. It's not PS5. It's like a little in-between thing that's a little bit better, kind of reminiscent of the new 3DS.
Right.
And I still will say that I think that it's overall probably not the best idea. However, because this is getting so much more prominent that even the Wall Street Journal is now reporting on this, I'm going to go ahead and just assume in my head that this isn't a potential, this is a reality. It is going to happen for both consoles, Xbox and PlayStation. So now that I'm in that space, here's what I'm going to say. If they're doing it to where the model that comes out and it's similar to like in the PS3 and Xbox generation, 360 generation, where they just came out with a slim model. Now, back then, the slim model was just a smaller version of the exact same hardware. If this is similar to that, where it's just a kind of a slightly different version, it's a little bit more powerful and can do a few more things, but it's not drastic. I'm in. I mean, I may not think it's the best idea in the world, but I'm buying it. If they come out at E3 and say, and this fall we're going to release the PS4K and it's $400, I'm buying it. I mean,
but it makes sense for you because you love VR. They're doing this because of VR. I think it revolves solely around the fact that they've launched PlayStation VR, that there's hardware adjustments that need to be made because of VR, and this is their solution. And I applaud them for doing that because now you don't have to purchase some additional hardware. It's all going to be in one box, which makes it convenient and easy. But that's the reality of it. Like, they have to do that because we're getting into the VR, and whether we like it or not, or whether we're going to play it or not, it exists, it's there, and people are excited about it. And so I don't fault you at all, man. Definitely go grab it because I think it's right up your alley.
But see, the thing is that I'm not sure if I totally agree with that, because the new VR headset that they just announced does come with the processing box to split the inputs to two different areas.
Right.
And I hear what you're saying, that it's nicer and cleaner to have it all in one device. And it absolutely makes sense that if they're going to make an iterative product, a product that's like an in-between, that they're going to build in this piece that they're now wanting to really push. And I totally understand that. I don't think that's the reason they're making it, though. I think they're doing it because they have the capability to keep things going forward, and they know that their competition is going to be doing the exact same thing, and so they want to stay lock and step, and they want to maintain the lead they're going to have. And if it comes down to, I think the way that it's going to work is you're going to get a piece of software, whatever your game is, because both Microsoft, well, I guess Sony hasn't said this, but when Microsoft talked about it, they said you're going to be able to play the same games on whether you're on Xbox One or you're on Xbox 1.5 or whatever it's going to be called if that comes out. It's going to be the same game. It'll just run a little bit better on the other one. Now, what exactly does that mean? We don't really know. I think the way that it's going to work is it's going to be you put in the disc or you download the game, however you play, and the game is going to be able to recognize you're on PS4, we're going to serve you this version of the game. You're on PS4K, we're going to serve you this slightly better version of the game. Similar to, on PC when you can go into the settings and you can be like, all right, my machine is banging. I'm going to put all these settings to ultra. Or my machine's just kind of middle of the road. I'm going to put these things to medium or low or whatever. And you can kind of pick it. I don't think it's going to be that hectic. And I really hope that it's not. I hope that it is that whatever the game is, it can recognize which machine you're running it on, and it just looks a little bit prettier. I really don't. I'm hoping this doesn't affect frame rate. I'm hoping frame rates is what developers work on locking across the board, and you just make resolutions and particle effects and all that crazy stuff might just be a little bit better on the higher end stuff, because then it really doesn't make a difference. If you love your PS4 and don't want to upgrade, you don't have to. And if you're the person that's like, I like being cutting edge and I want this slightly prettier picture, I'll go over here. Because if you have a frame rate advantage on another person in a multiplayer shooter, that's not going to be good. That's the whole reason why playing against PC in multiplayer games is just not an advantage. That dude can be running 90 frames per second, with a mouse and keyboard. He's going to whip your tail all over the place.
Exactly.
So,
golly, so
it's going to be super interesting.
It is. I think. I still think. I still disagree. I still think it's based solely on VR. Because they just rolled this out, and so they're adding additional hardware to it. But think about this though, it's exactly like PC gaming. Every machine is different, and you can upgrade or downgrade however you want. And then you also have to change settings depending on the game. It does fall back on the developers. So yeah, it's going to be an exciting time. I'm curious what their price point is. Did they mention the price point?
No, because Sony's not even said that it's a real thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this is we're all arguing over rumors and speculation.
Yeah, exactly.
So we can move on now.
It is a good point, though. I'm glad you brought it up,
man,
Chris.
I love this. This is fantastic. This is the evolution of modern gaming, man, and we're here. We're at that point where things are really going to drastically start changing.
Yeah, it's getting crazy.
Yeah.
So quickly, games with gold for April are out. Did we talk about these? I think maybe Ed brought it up on Twitter, but I don't think we talked about it on the show
last week.
Wolf Among Us.
Yeah.
Oh.
April 1 through 30 for Xbox One, so everybody else can be mad that there's not another Wolf Among Us coming out.
Please play that game. Everybody, please play that game. It's so good. I may go back and play that.
It's mature, so don't everybody play it.
Yeah, that's a good disclaimer. It is mature. Definitely don't play with the kiddies around.
I'm probably going to download it. I think.
You should, dude. Please play that.
Don't play in front of the dogs.
Such a great game.
Sunset Overdrive, April 16th through May 15th. I feel like this was free once already.
This is the first time it's been.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this is the first time it's been free on Games with Gold.
Man, I may have to fire up that Xbox One. That sounds good.
Sunset Overdrive, I thought was fun. It felt like
such a fun game.
Tony Hawk on crack with zombies and guns.
Yep.
Sweet.
April 1st through 15th, Dead Space on the 360.
Wait, which one? The original?
The first one.
Wow.
Oh, it is? I thought it was Dead Space 2. I don't have it in front of me.
Is it
I
Dead
would
Space
think
2?
it would be Dead
I'm not
Space
sure.
3 because that was the most recent one.
I know it
Dead
wasn't
Space.
3, but
Okay.
Just Dead Space.
Go play that game. The game is great. I love those games.
And remember, it's backwards compatible, so you can do that. And then also Saints Row 4 for the 360.
Yeah.
Nice.
Which is a crazy game.
Yeah,
Don't play that in front of the kids either. And then, funny enough, there's a game called Dead Star that's coming out on the PS4. And if you pre-ordered it, you got a little message that said, "Thank you for your recent pre-order of Dead Star for PlayStation 4. We're excited to announce that Dead Star will be free, be a free game for PlayStation Plus members in April. As such, we're refunding the full amount of your pre-order as an added bonus. The Dead theme you receive will remain yours, blah, 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 blah." So we don't know what the PS Plus games for April are, but we do know that Dead Space is one of them. For those that pre-ordered, they got that notification. So,
nice.
You mean Dead Star?
Dead Star, sorry.
Yep.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Dead Space.
that's actually kind of cool, though, that
Yeah, that they
the way that it
refunded that,
worked.
right?
That's a very honest developer right there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I applaud them.
And then I thought this was cool, and you used it for the question of the week. Shadow of Mordor 2.
Yeah, buddy.
saw that.
Woohoo!
We know the trailer's coming.
Yeah.
And what's kind of cool what's kind of cool about this is the whole reason I saw that this was coming, because this girl named Lauren Mary Kim, on her, it almost looks like a LinkedIn page, but for stunt people.
Nice.
Showed that she had worked on all this stuff, and at the bottom it said Shadow of Mordor 2 Blur Studios. Now Blur makes trailers, and so I was like, oh, who's this Blur? And they also work with Hollywood and movies, but as far as the gaming space, and I was like, man, who's this Blur Studios? And so I go over to their website to see what other games they've worked on, so I can bring you guys a complete story. And guess what's over there? Dishonored 2.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, it says Blur's Dave Wilson directed this 3-minute short to reveal this highly anticipated sequel to the steampunk stealth stabby award-winning game Dishonored.
We got trailers coming, boys.
Yeah, it said Bethesda Softworks and Arcane Studios charged Blur to help announce Dishonored 2 at E3.
Yes.
So this is on their website, though, and I've already watched 2.5 minutes of it, so I don't know if I missed something last E3 or they mean this coming E3 and it's totally just up there for people to watch months in advance. So go check that out.
I don't care. Shadow of Mordor 2. I don't care if Ed doesn't like it. Whatever. Go get it.
I love hearing your excitement in your voice, though. I think that's awesome.
Are you kidding me? I platinumed that game. That game was so much fun.
I platinumed that one, too. We platinumed that together. Holding hands.
We
was
did.
that?
No,
did we do that one or Far Cry 4?
Yeah, no, that's Far Cry, because
that one was Far Cry 4.
Shadow didn't have a multiplayer, did it?
Sorry. I meant just at the same time, not
Yes.
together.
Oh,
Yes.
gotcha.
No, that's why I put that Shadow Mordor question pick up there. I was like, I saw
Right.
Shadow Mordor too.
Exactly.
Love that game.
Chris, you got anything else? I kind of ran into the game on 3 stories there back to back, but
Yeah, speaking of
try to get some other
part
stuff out of
2s, it looks like GameStop has leaked that they put up a pre-order page for Watch Dogs 2.
Yeah.
oh, really?
Yeah, it just kind of showed up.
They're like, oh, we meant to hit the schedule publish.
Yep, and
Not
it says that
published
it will
now.
release before the end of March 2017.
Oh, wow.
So if you were
that's
into Watch
forever
Dogs,
away.
Yeah,
There
I
you
saw
go.
an article about how Watch Dogs is using some sort of engine for the PC that it was way over my head, and I was like, I didn't realize they'd announced Watch Dogs 2, but all right.
Yeah.
yeah,
Right. Yeah,
Did you
exactly.
guys play it?
I did. I beat it.
Yeah, I love
I didn't
that.
play it.
I love that
I
game.
liked it. People did not like that game.
No,
I don't
they
know
did
why.
not. I loved it. I enjoyed it.
I thought it
There was
good
a
too.
lot. Like there was a lot to do, and I know I had said this before. Some of the like side quests seemed really off the cuff. From it was more like the trippy stuff.
Yeah,
But,
Oh yeah, some of the
but-
yeah, I remember
But
that.
it was. I loved it. I thought it was great.
yeah,
I liked
I'm
it
in.
too. Yep, me too. Bring it on.
right?
Anything else, Chris?
Okay, I've got to mention this, but did you guys see or any of the hoopla around those supposedly leaked pictures of the
Ugh.
NX controller?
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah, of course.
Oh
Yes.
my god! And then it was confirmed to be fake.
Thank you, Lord, because those things looked awful.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm going to say this. I have a Vita, but I don't really feel like the Vita is that great of a shape for a handheld gaming device. I mean, I'm not a Vita like purist or anything, so
Enthusiast,
I can
yeah.
say that. And this thing looks like a way, way worse squished, oblongated version of the Vita. And I was like, this is the dumbest, worst looking ergonomical design you could ever come up with.
Oh,
And I
was so glad it
gonna
was fake.
laugh my head off if they actually announced this and these were real. So when they came out to be fake, I was like, well, I'm not super surprised, but oh my gosh.
And then did they figure out that the patent was real? Is that what the story
So-
was? The patent was real, but the pictures were fake.
There was a patent, and supposedly that's what the first picture that released, the guy that created it because it's a 3D model, that's kind of what he based it off of. I've not seen the patent, so I don't know if there's like pictures and things, or it's just a description.
Yeah,
But-
there's pictures. Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
that's
and
kind
now-
of what they said, though. Yeah.
And now they're starting to go around with another updated set of supposedly leaked what the controller looks like, and it looks like patent illustrations or whatever, and it's just
Is it the same?
it's very similar. It's kind of a mix between that oblong thing that came out and like an NES controller.
What
It looks
the heck?
it looks like a really long NES controller.
Can we just wait till the actual thing comes out, please?
Seriously, Nintendo, what are you doing?
All these other people, what are they doing? My question. Ed, what's going on over at the YouTube channel, Dad Doc?
We got a lot going on there. We've got
shoot.
looking at our top 10 for this week over there. Some Lego Dimensions. People were checking out the Trackmania Turbo beta. Some Infamous I've been putting up there. I
Ooh.
just posted the Infamous episode that almost made me swear over and over again. So freaking Stancil.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Stancil.
And then I put I played a few parts of The Witness and put that up there.
Oh yeah,
and
how
then
was that? Do you like
It's
it?
a lot. It starts off fun, and then I realized recording it. It's almost kind of like trying to take a picture of lightning. You almost have to leave your video going to catch lightning. And I feel like I just have to keep recording, and maybe Ed will finally, after an hour and a half, solve something.
Oh well, that's the problem with those games. Like my buddy has played the snot out of that game, and he said it took him like an hour to solve one puzzle.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
that can't be good
Jeez
for video.
Louise.
No. So
Seriously.
there won't be much more of that from Ed.
Yeah, a lot of editing.
The editing floor is going to be full up to your ankles.
Exactly.
Oh my
Put up the
gosh.
Unfinished Swan. That's completed up there. Some more Infamous. Chris mentioned he streamed Metal Gear Solid 5, and then Chris has got the first 2 parts of The Walking Dead Michonne up there.
Nice.
So
There
that
we
is
go.
all good to go.
Nice. I love it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, every week we ask you guys a question. Last week was no different. We asked you guys, what is your favorite time wasting pick up and play right now? Obviously, we all know where that conversation went.
Hashtag
Josh,
poop life.
exactly. Josh Stapleton Alto's Adventure and Hitman Go would be my current pickup and plays. Hashtag poop life. Love that.
Yes.
Friggin' Nutcase over on the forum said Threes. It's a fun little game with simple sound and animations, but very addictive. Go into the bathroom, come out with numb legs. Hashtag poop life.
Nice.
Gregorio.
I know, man. We did it. I'm shedding a tear right now. I'm so
We
proud.
did it.
I've never been more proud of my life.
Gregorio Gregorio Lagang.
You
Let's go
butchered
with
that, but keep going.
Nailed it.
That's how it always is. Yeah, exactly.
Kept trying.
3 3/4 stars. Clash Royale for the iOS. Never really got into Clash of Clans, but this game is super easy to pick up and play. The game feels like a mix between StarCraft and Hearthstone. I've been playing it, and it's very fun.
Yeah, my nephew told me about it too. He's like, "You got to play this game. You'd love it."
Over on the Twitter's sphere, Kale Meeks at File Under Action says, "Keep talking and nobody explodes." I've heard of that game, but I've never played it. Anybody ever seen it?
Yeah, I've never played. I've heard of it. Is it a PC only game or is it a
I have
console
no
game?
idea. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I just thought it was a threat.
Oh, Kale.
Deontay Calhoun at DK as usual. I have no idea.
As usual.
Man.
At DKASUAL. So with my non being able to read brain, it looks like DK as usual.
DK
I don't know
as
why.
usual.
I just thought you were giving up on trying to pronounce it. As usual.
The most underrated game because of its platform, Splatoon. Seriously good game. One of you guys played that and didn't like it. Did you play it, Tim?
No, I haven't played it yet.
I didn't care for it.
Yeah, it was you, Ed.
Yeah, sorry.
Mike Lopez at Taco Douglas, Broforce.
Yeah,
So
That's a good one.
I've heard Tim Router said that one's a good one.
it is a good one.
We need to pick it up and play it. Well, you guys know where to find us. Facebook.com/Married to the Games. Twitter.com/MTTGcast. Of course, you can come over to the website, marriedtothegames.com. Come check out the forums. Or you can come over to the YouTube channel, YouTube.com/Married to the Games. We are, I want to say we are putting in work. Ed and Chris are putting in work. I am on and off tour.
No, Ed is putting in work. Chris is just now getting back into working.
That's right.
It's going to be a telltale time for Chris, though, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's some good stuff. All right. Chris McCracken.
Rate us on iTunes so that Nintendo does not bring out that crazy looking controller.
Yes, please.
Nice.
That's a great reason to rate us on iTunes.
Great reason.
Because we pull strings at Nintendo. We're like, hey, man, these guys rated us and you totally can't do it. And they're like, oh, okay.
Oh, okay. That's the way. Was that a
Right.
Japanese accent?
Yeah, I think it was.
He tried to
I
sneak
think
in
he
there.
slipped that one in
He
there.
tried to totally sneak that in there.
You gotta, speak the language. Try to.
Sure.
Oh, no. You're supposed to be English. At all costs, be British.
There you Oh, that's right.
Right.
I forget I'm
Yeah,
in the
you
Animus.
forgot.
It's so hard to remember.
That's right.
Exactly. Well, let's get into some questions.
Start with Facebook and our boy Josh Stapleton. What's a game that you're not interested in now at full price, but you will when you pick it up if it has a price drop?
Ooh, that was Rocket League for me, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Rocket League was, I think, $20, and then I think it was free on PS Plus, and I was like, "Hey, free's good."
Right?
Chris, I think I'm going to pick up that Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, and actually, PlayStation, if you're wanting to do digital anyways, for whoever out there, they've got a big Metal Gear Solid sale going on right now. All the Metal Gear games are on sale. So anybody else who's interested in the digital world.
Yeah, that would be my answer too. And I've been watching. I saw that on Xbox on their store, it kind of dipped a little bit, and I almost picked it up. But I've been keeping my eye on that as well. Yeah,
it's a really good game and a good answer. I think my answer would be, or for a while, it was The Division, because when I was waffling on whether I'd get, it's like, well, I'll wait for a price drop. I'm feeling like that probably won't happen now, but for the longest time, that was my game. It's like, when your price drops, I'll buy it.
Yep.
There you go.
That's awesome.
I like it.
Great question. Kirsten Joy, if you could bring any video game character to life, who would it be and why?
Oof. I know a bunch that I wouldn't want to bring to life.
Right.
Kratos.
Yeah, the clickers.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, the clickers, definitely.
Bring one to life.
I want to bring Nathan Drake just because he's funny. And he'd bring a good sense of adventure.
He's definitely the guy you want to sit down and have a drink with. Like,
oh my
okay,
gosh,
so what happened now?
Yeah,
what exactly happened?
Right.
Yeah, how did you get out of that one?
Or you just sit down with Harrison Ford.
You can do that too.
Exactly. True.
Be like, so you just whipped out your gun? That guy was trying to have a sword fight. Let's see. Bring to life.
Wow.
Nathan Drake's a good answer. Ed, you got one?
That was gonna be my first answer, and then every other person I think of, they're all voiced by Troy Baker. So I might just want to try to meet Troy Baker instead.
I think that's a great answer, dude. Absolute great answer.
I don't want to necessarily stick with the Uncharted theme, but I'm going to say Sully. That guy seems like he'd be fun in a bar.
Yes, he would.
You'd be just starting fights just because he was there.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Smoking his cigars.
Right. Man,
awesome.
There's got to be another answer. Probably Sonic.
Ooh.
Because that would be crazy. Be like, so this hedgehog's got a lot of attitude.
And a lot
Somebody
of energy.
put him in his place. He's always asking for some coins. He's really just a homeless guy.
Yeah. He's like,
You got some change.
I don't want to buy
Be like,
a rose from you, Sonic. Go away.
Get out of here. I bought 4 papers from you already this week.
I'm good on oranges.
That's awesome.
Tails, get out of here.
That's great.
Oh, man.
Anybody
Good question.
else?
No, that's
right.
a good question.
Moving on, our boy Paolo. Hey, guys.
Hey, Paolo.
I know, right? Hey, guys, it's been a while. Let's get political, shall we? Here we go. Considering what Trump has been saying the past couple weeks, along with the violence we see going on in Europe, I ask you this. What's your favorite pizza topping?
Oh, Paolo.
I love Paolo.
That's
so
I
great.
love Paolo. So what's your favorite pizza topping? And also, do you eat the crust? Mine is chicken and cream cheese, and yes to the crust, unless it's a piece of charcoal. By the way, belated welcome to Mr. Placencia as part of the podcast. Great addition to the team. Chris is okay too, I guess. That is our boy Paolo to a T. Good to have you back, brother. I love it.
Good to be in the fold.
That's right. Favorite pizza topping,
awesome.
everybody, go.
My favorite is just basic pepperoni, but I will say, last night I had a Philly cheesesteak pizza, and I ate the entire thing by myself.
Wow.
Was it awesome?
Done.
I even posted on Twitter. I was like, I probably shouldn't have done that, but oh man, was it good.
That's awesome.
That's funny.
I love me just a good thin crust, like margarita style pizza. Just it has to be
There you
thin
go.
though. I love thin pizza.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm thin and the whole thing. Eat all of it.
Yep, eat it all.
I'm going margarita as well.
Nice.
My favorite is pepperoni and sausage when nobody's looking. But I'll just have pepperoni if there's other people
Nobody's
around.
looking.
I don't feel like being judged. Be like, really,
There's no
Dad?
judgment, dude. That
You
sounds
need both
incredible.
toppings? Be like, I don't need both toppings.
You get the meat sweats afterwards. It's great.
The meat
Hey, can you go
sweats.
ahead and add a little bit of bacon on there too?
Yeah, of course.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I love it.
Good question. I don't like thin. I mean, I do like thin crust, but I just noticed there's a couple things in my life that are weaknesses that I can't stop eating, and pizza's one of them. And so when it's thin crust, I even further talk myself into like, oh, but it's like half the pizza, baby.
That's
Exactly.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
That and like Oreos. Whew, Oreos
Oh.
are good. Lord have mercy.
So
I
good.
only had 12.
Right.
They're small. I only had one of the 3 reams. There's 3 reams in here.
That's awesome. All right, moving on. Brett T. Bodden, I'm loving the show with all 4 of your guys. Chris and Ed are knocking it out of the park.
That's cool.
Sticking with the baseball metaphor, and since baseball is such a stat-driven sport, I have some quick-fire video game analytic questions for each of you.
Oh, Lord. Here comes some oops.
Yeah, here we go. So we'll just go right down the line. Router, how many old school games have you gone back and tried that are older than 1999? And of those, how many have you finished?
It's 0 and 0.
Yeah, I think it's 0. But however, was Infamous the first one 1999, or was that was in the 2000s, right?
Yeah, because that was PlayStation 3
2000s.
game, so that was in the 2000s.
That was a 3 game. Okay, so 0. Moving on. Game. What's the longest you've played a game in one sitting? I think we can all answer that one.
Yeah, I think 7 hours, yeah.
And that was for Uncharted 3, right?
Uncharted 3, yeah. Right when it came out, I took it on the bus because we had a long drive, and I think I played from 10:30 or 11 to 5:30 in the morning.
Wow.
Awesome. So great.
Finished that whole thing.
I would love that. Chris, how many games have you beaten in your life? Estimate.
Whew. I would say maybe 30.
Oh,
Yeah, not
that's like
crazy
high
amount.
and low. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's a high number and a low number to finish.
Yeah,
like,
because
to
when I was
complete.
younger, a lot of those games, the NES games and stuff, like I just didn't beat them. I was like, these are hard. And then I got a little bit older and games got a little bit easier. I was like, okay, and I started finishing out the stories.
Yep. That's good. Ed, what was the quickest time you've ever completed a game? Which game and how fast?
Some buddies and I stayed up all night and played Dishonored and beat it in just under 24 hours.
Wow,
Ooh.
well done.
So yeah,
That's a good game.
I love that
that was
game.
fun.
And then he writes, P.S. Router, if your answer was less than 1, I challenge you to play and beat 1 a month for the rest of the year. #old school challenge. I love that, man.
Ooh.
Brad, I
like
love that
that too.
challenge. Never going to happen. I won't have the time. I've got, now here's the thing. So my sweet wife did give me an Atari 2600 that was refurbished with all these games. I think I'm going to start plugging that bad bear in, and me and Piper are going to start playing. And she gave me like all the classics. So
That's great.
Very cool.
I think that might be fun to do with her.
So you'll beat E.T. is what you're saying?
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
get ET from Gabe.
I do have ET.
Oh, nice.
It's already in there. So, but I mean, we've got all the good stuff. So I really want to, one of my challenges is I think Piper's old enough now. I want her, if she's willing, to start playing some games, and I think we'll start with the Atari.
Nice.
Good
like
starting
it.
point.
Yeah. So here we go. Moving on to Twitter, at dspin67. Favorite TV cop show, past or present?
Wow.
Cop show. Oh, Cops.
Yeah. Yeah. The policeman.
Yeah, that's my favorite one. Honestly, I love that show.
Wow.
If it's on, I'll definitely watch it. Like, bad boss, what you gonna do?
It just makes me hate humanity every once in a while, though. You're like, oh, what are these
Not
people
me. I'm
doing?
like, run, jump that fence, run. He's coming. Oh, he got you. Happens every time. If the guy with the camera can keep up with you, that means you're not running fast enough.
Does he mean like cop, like drama show, or
Just saying cop show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, for me, it's Magnum PI all the way. I love me some Magnum
Nice.
PI. Donald P. Belisario, man, you cannot front on that producer. He is
That's
the man.
totally like me and Chris's dad watched that.
Exactly.
Never seen an episode of
I used to
Magnum PI
race home
ever.
from classes in college. Don't judge. And we used
And
to
watch
watch
Magnum
all the
PI.
reruns of Magnum PI. It was fantastic.
Nice.
Love me some Tom Selleck, man.
That's funny.
I was never really into cop shows, but it's probably Brooklyn Nine-Nine for me.
Oh yeah,
Is it funny?
It's
It is
hilarious.
hilarious.
It is.
so funny.
They do
dude.
such a good job.
Yeah, so funny.
Oh, my
Brooklyn Nine-Nine is
gosh.
fantastic.
Christopher?
I don't know for sure if this counts as a cop show, but I really liked, and Stacey and I watched for a while, The Blacklist. I mean, that's FBI, or it kind of was.
Right.
Ish, yeah.
I love
Yeah.
that show.
It's law
We are-
enforcement-ish.
We are way behind, but I like that show.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm way behind, too. I haven't seen anything past season 1.
There you go.
Okay,
But
good.
that was an awesome season 1.
That's right. Real life, baby.
Nice.
At Jamin Bissett, Thanksgiving has turkey, Christmas has ham, but what is your favorite tradition for Easter dinner?
Why did I think that was going to rhyme?
Yeah,
I know.
Thanksgiving has turkey, Christmas has ham. What do you like for Easter? You're like, wait, what happened?
Here comes Easter. Bust out the spam.
There it is.
Nice.
Family tradition dinner for Easter. Go.
We don't have one.
man.
We just kind of chill in the afternoon.
Yeah.
We've fallen into going to my mom's every Easter What did she make? And this year she made steaks. Woo, and they were
Nice.
good. They were the big ones. Like when you put it on the grill, you're like, I'm not going to eat all that.
Yep.
And then you're in a coma.
Right.
2 hours later.
2 minutes later, you're like, oh, why did I eat all that?
I ate that whole steak.
So my mother-in-law makes an amazing dish. It's called chicken duvan. It's chicken, broccoli with like cheese and just goodness. And it's baked in like this huge casserole dish, and you put rice over it, and it is, it's so good.
Nice.
I don't think that we have one either. I don't remember having one growing up, and Stacy and I don't have one. We're always going to a different family each Easter, so there's not like anything that's consistent.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Will you love us? Will you love us?
And will you feed us? We don't care what it is.
Yeah. We'll eat anything.
Exactly.
We'll eat anything.
I like a good question.
At Arctic Warlocks, Easter candy. Do you binge on it for the week, or do you milk chocolate, or what? Or do you milk chocolate it over the next month? It's leftovers once. It's. Hey, this is not me. I will read this word for word, and you can tell me. Easter candy. Do you binge on it for the week, or do you milk chocolate it over the next month? It's leftovers once it's midnight. That is exactly how it's read.
This question was by who? Siri?
Arctic, yeah, right. Arctic Warlocks.
Arctic Warlocks. Somebody needs to check on him. He might have been having a stroke.
I think he might be having a stroke. How about this? Do you binge on it the week of Easter, or do you milk it? Do you milk it out for the rest of the month?
Do you milk chocolate it out?
Yeah, that's what he was going for. He was going for little puns. Yes.
I like milk chocolating it out.
Yes.
I don't eat Easter candy.
What?
Unless it's those Reese's eggs.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
so you got to have those Reese's eggs.
I forgot to get one this year.
Oh.
I didn't think about it till right now.
Unbelievable.
Shoot, I have to go see if anybody's got any leftover. But I usually have one of those every year. But
It's
I don't
50%
really
off. You might as well go
Right?
grab it.
Exactly. It's 50% off. It expired 3 weeks ago. But
Exactly. It's got a little mold, but you just brush that off and power
yeah, if
through.
your stomach can take it. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I like to. I'll eat usually during the week, and now that Ed and I are on this new workout routine, I'm trying to avoid it as much as possible. However, like Piper has an absurd amount of candy in her basket, and it's calling my name, but I'm trying to resist.
I know, that's right. Well, you're not doing the workout today. You might as well eat it.
Yeah.
We're going to start until August anyway.
I don't have kids, so I don't hunt Easter eggs or build Easter eggs or anything, so I don't have a lot of candy. We did get the Reese's
Build
eggs.
Easter
we got
eggs.
a package or whatever.
They
of
are
those, but-
delicious.
How do you
That's all
build
I
an
have.
Easter egg?
Well, you know,
We don't
I
build
mean,
Easter
I
eggs
mean,
or
build
anything.
like, stuff them, like put the candy in it and then go hide the egg. Where I can be like binging like one for the egg, one for me, one for the egg. Like I'm not doing that. So
I got you.
Yeah, we don't have kids either, but so we didn't really have any candy around. But this year I saw on social media a lot of espressos, which which is a Cadbury egg filled with an espresso shot.
Oh,
that's
my gosh.
a beautiful idea.
I
That's
know,
a
right?
great idea.
It looks good,
That sounds delicious.
I got to
Get in
remember
my
that
mouth.
next year.
Cadbury espresso.
right?
Those eggs. Whew. All right, moving on. At that Chowfie, have you had any broken bones?
Oh, no.
No, sprained an ankle. That's it.
I broke a toe and a slight fracture of my right arm.
You broke the toe on the show.
That's right.
I did break a toe on the show.
Judo kicking.
Out of anger, I kicked something and I ended up breaking
Broke
my toe.
your toe.
That's right. It was on the show, wasn't it, dude? That's
Yeah,
awesome.
instant karma.
Yes, it was. It was total instant karma. It was awesome. It was
What about
so
you,
great.
McCracken? Your name is McCracken.
I'm the same as Router, at least in the body parts that I broke. I broke a toe. And I broke it at work. And I'm going to make my boy Chalfie real proud of me right now. I broke my wrist skateboarding when I was in high school.
Yeah.
Oh.
Doing all these sick tricks, and then I just landed wrong, flipped over, and I wasn't using the wrist guards or a helmet because I was cool. And I fell back and landed right on my wrist. And
Because I
snapped.
wasn't a nerd. Yeah,
That's right.
that is really funny.
That's awesome. Moving on. At Dante Logos, this podcast convinced me to pre-order a PSVR bundle. Way to go, Chris.
I did.
Yeah, exactly. What
Nice.
expensive purchase were you convinced to buy, and who convinced you?
Ooh, it's not gaming related, but I remember back in the day when after I moved out, every time my mom came back to town, it seemed like when she left, I had a new car. And so I had like a 93 Saturn coupe. And
Nice.
she came to town and she was like, you're pouring so much money into this every month. I mean, it's kind of like having a car note. You should just get a new car. And I was like, I don't need a new car. Next thing I know, she's leaving. I got a Miata. I was like, how did I get this Miata all of a sudden?
Nice.
Wow.
And then my buddies saw me and they're like, what white woman did you rob to get that Miata? I was like, oh snap, I didn't realize it wasn't cool. And so
What white woman did you rob?
That's awesome.
Or a 50-year-old man having a midlife crisis. Either one.
exactly. So I've got to say my mom and that old Miata.
Yeah, buddy.
That's awesome. Mario Kart convinced me to get a Wii U.
Oh
Hey,
yes.
there you go.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Me too. What about you there, Christopher?
When I was in the early stages of college, I bought a Macintosh computer because I got a discount on it, and having that one convinced me to throw down the money and buy another one here the last couple months ago.
Nice.
Nice.
Because they're not cheap.
No, they aren't.
No, they're not.
But they work very well.
Yep.
What about you, Router?
For me, this is so,
Yes, I
this
can't
is
wait.
so not fun, but it's furniture because my wife made me. How about that one? That's pretty much how it goes. Like, especially for like when we first found out we were pregnant, we were looking for stuff for the baby's room, and there was no convincing. I was basically ordered to. So that's pretty much
my gosh.
most of the expensive purchases that I make are usually based. And I hate furniture shopping. I
It's the
love
worst.
it. I just I can't do
It's
it because
the
it's
worst.
all like if I were a carpenter, I could just make all this myself. But hey, I'm not. So there you go.
Exactly.
That's
That's a good question,
Moving on, at I am Putty. Ever considered doing a video archive? You could use Google Hangouts and export to YouTube easily.
There's a reason I like to be in radio. It's because I don't have to get dressed up or comb my hair.
Yep.
Or put pants on.
Yeah.
You know what? We don't do video because of the lag, and I don't
Yes.
know if that actually is like it actually continues because but when we first did these hangouts, we
It was
did
always
do it on
lagging.
video, and it was always lagging, but we also did it at a different time of day. So one of the reasons we do audio only is because of the lag, and it would just be like a bear to edit down
yeah.
and all that stuff. And
Yeah, we used to drive Hall nuts with that because of all the delays.
yeah, but I think we will like we did on the YouTube channel with Star Wars. We'll probably do like a couple more spoiler casts. Maybe we'll do one on BvS when it comes out on VHS, so Chris McCracken can watch it at home.
Yeah, buddy.
And
That's
so, so yeah, hopefully we'll do some stuff. Obviously, episode 200, which we're about to talk about, will be on video and should be a good time. So,
All right, well, let's get to that in just 1 second after this last question from Eric Green. Have you ever let your babies fall off the bed accidentally? # guilty. That's awesome.
me and my wife have both each let one of our children fall off the bed.
There
And
you
so when Amara was little, I was on the bed. She had just put Amara in the bed and had gone to the bathroom to get ready for the day. And so I was left with Amara in the bed and fell back asleep. And next thing you know, it's like, thunk. I was like, oh, shoot.
Snap.
And Jenny comes around the corner like, did she just fall off the bed? I was like, how did you do what to kids to do what? And so, and then recently, because he's only 10 months old, Remy fell off the bed. I don't remember what happened though. I wasn't here. I think I was out of town. I was like, we're even. Not like she's ever held that over my head, but I was like, now we've both let somebody fall off the bed.
That's awesome.
So if we have a third child, it's going to be a race to who can not let
who
it fall
can-
off the bed. Yeah.
That's awesome.
What about
Amara's just
you,
going
Router?
to push it off. You got to do it too.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
Oh, that is fun. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I don't think it's happened with Piper. I mean, she's fallen off the couch because she's jumping from one couch to the next.
Yeah, she's a crazy
because
child.
she's crazy. But it's going to happen. It's bound to happen sooner or later.
Well, she's old enough though. Like she falls off the bed, it don't make no difference.
Yeah, now it's like just walk
Amara
it
and
off.
Remy both fell off the bed before they could walk.
Right.
And so it's like just dead weight onto the ground. But
Just bonk.
I think they both fell onto clothes, so that helped. You know,
Yeah, that's good.
broke their
We
falls.
have real quick, I just want to say this. We have a real big California King bed.
Nice.
And my dog has learned that when I get on the bed, it's playtime. So we wrestle over there and everything. And I've I've pushed her a little too hard numerous times and flying right off the bed. And then Stacey will be like, what just happened? And then she just jumps right back up and goes at me again. So it's like, she's fine.
Yeah,
of course,
nothing.
at the same time inside, I'm like, oh my gosh, what'd I just do?
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Her jaw looks different. It's like off to the side a little bit.
Why is her eyeball hanging out?
Yeah, her eyes a little cross-eyed, but she's good.
She'll be fine.
Yep.
She's like, I can see in color. I can see in color.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You love what, Ed?
I love YouTube compilations of children falling off beds.
Yes, those are good.
I've never seen that.
That and trampolines, those are pretty classic.
Oh,
Hilarious.
gosh.
Classic.
That's insane.
That's it for the questions. Thanks, everybody. Let's talk 200, boys.
Yeah, here it
200.
comes.
Here it comes.
So excited for this.
July 16th in sunny Nashville, Tennessee. So like we did last time for 200, Wednesday, we'll still record probably episode 200A. And then Saturday, the 16th, we will record with everyone episode 200B and be together as a family.
Mhm.
It'll be
buddy.
fun. And, am I okay to say, Chris, Ed, you guys are coming?
Yes.
Yeah.
Coming
Awesome.
to town.
I'm planning to be there.
And Halsifer will hopefully be there. He always said that he would be there. Halski
Will Margaret
will
be there?
hopefully be there.
Yeah, we'll have to see if Margaret will be there.
I don't know if Eleanor is going to show or not.
Yep.
I heard Isabel's going to be sick that weekend.
Yeah.
And so hopefully, yeah, he has his baby girl in tow. So that'd be a good time. And so the question of the week is for this week, are you planning on coming to episode 200? Because it is going to matter where we have it.
Yeah, we have no idea. We have no idea where yet.
Yeah,
But
exactly. Because
we
if
at
it's
least
only
set the
3
date.
people, then we'll just do it in Router's car and we can all be in there
I
and be
love
like,
that.
this
Let's
is
do
how
that.
I record the podcast.
And we can share a pizza.
Yes.
Exactly. And so, yeah, are you planning on coming? Like, what percentage do you think you're coming? Because we want to get a place that houses everyone appropriately. The last one we did, how many of us was there in there, you think? 14?
Something like that.
Yeah, and if you
14,
count the
15
wives
people?
and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, counting the wives and everybody. And so we could have had a smaller place then, but hopefully this one will be bigger. There's already going to be 5 of us alone. And so, and then all our wives. You think Sarah will come down?
Sarah
Ed?
won't be down. She'll actually be on a tour of she's doing a tour of going places and doing fitness and stuff. So she won't be there.
Oh, excuse me. She's running everywhere.
I know, right?
like Forrest Gump.
Exactly.
So July 16th, mark it down on your calendars, episode 200, Franklin, Tennessee, or just Nashville, Tennessee. And we've got some feelers out there for some different places. And so we have some places that are already like, yeah, you can do it here. And so we just need to know which one's going to be the most appropriate. And let us know. Use hashtag answer MTTG. And we want as many people to come as possible.
Yeah.
Right, guys?
That'd be awesome.
Yes.
So-
Absolutely.
If you can make it, great.
We're looking at
Yes.
you, street team.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Come
we
on,
need
Utah.
our street team with us.
We're tired of Gabe being the only one who meets everybody.
I know, right?
Oh,
Seriously.
yeah. You know what? 200 is canceled. Sorry, guys. Nobody come. Yeah, only I get to go out and meet some more people.
Okay.
Speaking of meeting people, I'm coming to you, Chris, this week.
Oh, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, man, it's going to be a good time. So, yeah, let us know who's coming to 200. Please come. It would be so awesome to have you guys. We will feed you and hang out, and it'll be a good time. I've got a little surprise that I'm trying to work out. It's not huge, so don't be like, super excited, but just
Troy
like
Baker's coming.
Yeah, a little. Yeah, exactly. A little something extra for people that come out. So hopefully we have some people come. It'd be so much fun. We want to meet everybody. It was so much fun last time.
Oh,
We
it's
need to
amazing.
find a game to play. PT was so perfect last time.
Yeah,
I don't
I know.
know what even equals that to
Yeah,
do it.
we'll have to
for
figure that one
200,
out.
but We'll have to figure it out.
Yeah.
Anyway, whoo. Anybody got anything? Any parting words? Great.
Awesome.
Well, I'm Gabe.
We got your
Patillo.
back, Gabe.
Yeah, that is Tim Router. That is Ed Placencia. And over there is Chris McCracken. And we are married to the games. And we are up out this thing. Peace!